is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Clam. I'll be your caster for this match this evening for the Inevitable Elite League here. I believe this is going to be week 2. I don't know if these teams have played yet, though. I was doing a little research. I'm not sure. The standings right now on the website are a little... I don't think they've been updated properly, so I'm not sure if these guys have played their matches yet or not. This might be the first one, might not be, but regardless, we'll see if they're going to be up to the task tonight. It's going to be Oblivion Void going up against Quiet Esports in this one. We'll take a quick rundown of the rosters before we get things started here for Oblivion. It is going to be Omar, Legacy, Vived, and Summon, I believe, rounding out the roster for the Void tonight. And for the side of Quiet, I do believe we have Bergie, Wolflock, Exy, and I believe it's 100 TAs spawning in. We actually have a couple of different players hopping into this one, so maybe a little bit of outdated roster information on that one. Regardless, should be a fun time anyways. Let's go to the map set that we have in front of us for this one. Should be a fun little time here. We got maybe some vanilla maps to start things off, but then Sake SND map 5 if we do need to go there, so I'm excited for that one. Should be fun if we do need to go all 5. I'm hoping to see at least some sniper rifles for sure in this game. That would be great. But you never know. Sometimes it's difficult to snipe on some search and destroy maps. It can be tough, so maybe you want to keep your gun out for most of the time regardless. Should be a fun time. I'm hoping to see some fireworks here early. Scar, Den, Overload, I feel like for the respawns in the first two, lends itself to maybe some slower gameplay, and then we do speed things up heading into that map 4 on Colossus for sure, the bang out SMG map where at one point you could probably see 8 NPCs on the map. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case at all. And even on Den Overload as well, I feel like you'll see a lot more SMGs than ARs for sure. But we're going to be starting off on a Scar HP, ARs in hand from both these teams. And I feel like this is really the only map left in BO7 where it's kind of just an AR paradise, right? Where you can just post up with maybe 6, even 8 ARs, depending on, the rotation. But not to say SMGs aren't useful, but I feel like, even the pro teams definitely favoring more of the AR setup, the fast AR class, if you will, if you guys haven't tried that. It's definitely fun. You should give it a shot for sure with the underbarrel there. But it looks like we are loading on in to map number 1 quickly here. After a little bit of delays, we're on pace underway. Just trying to find, maybe one little bit more time to get things started. But hopefully we have some fun here on the opening. It's going to be Oblivion Void versus No Gravity. And oh no, we're not going to have fun. We're going to start things off with some crashes. And, good old Call of Duty. Wouldn't be anything without some crashes. My God, there's been so many issues with people crashing lately. And, it's not really the player's fault. It is the game's fault for being poorly optimized. And I swear to God, this wasn't happening. This wasn't happening at all before this update. So this most recent update just broke the freaking game, and it's been broken ever since. Hopefully they fix this soon, because this issue's been happening for a couple weeks now, and it still hasn't been fixed. So I don't know. I hope this is just only going to happen maybe once, but I have a feeling we might see this more, guys. So strap in to your seat here for this one. We might be in for a delayed series tonight. I don't know what to expect, but we're going to reset the lobby here. I'm going to throw it to a quick break, and hopefully we'll be back with the actual map number 1 here on Scar in a second. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. we are back this time. Hopefully, no crashing. I was hesitant to even start it there until some gunfights went down, because you never know in this day and age of Call of Duty who's going to stay in the lobby and who's going to just randomly disconnect. But it looks like it is stable for now. Hopefully, you know, crossing your fingers, it stays that way. But it looks like it is going to be Quiet Esports taking the early lead here. And it looks like I forgot to change the name of Codcaster, so that might trip me up a little bit. But remind me to change that one after chat. But so far, so good for Quiet Esports, opening things up with the 4 dead. And, I mean, they have the blue control as well, so definitely a chance for them to milk a little bit of that time. But Vibes now going to be spawning on this side of the map, and quickly, how the flip happens yet again. I feel like maybe pushed out a little bit too far there if you're Quiet. Now you're back in the trap yourself. How long can the Void hold it, though, is going to be the question. Legacy trying to stay alive toward mid-map. You're getting peppered through in toward market as well. I mean, I'm still surprised Vibes is able to live this long here. Summon just wiggling around in the hill for the moment, looking for an opportunity to strike. And speaking of striking, Bergie behind enemy lines now, maybe able to make a play on P1. He gets one, but he knows he needs to backtrack, but spawns will be blocked. And better yet, you're winning the gunfights on rotation as well. So P2 in your control if you're Quiet Esports. And well, Balla, literally ball into the heavens right there. That is a crazy ragdoll. It'd be like that sometimes. I swear to God, the ragdoll in this game is insane. It's like you're throwing a person into space sometimes when you get those kills, but just about dead even. Summon on a 4, trying to break the hill right now, but doesn't exactly have the Hellstorm on right now, so that's not going to matter, actually. Now that I look at these kill streaks here, Summon, maybe need to check your kill streaks heading into map 2 here to get that Hellstorm missile under wraps, but a kill spree is a kill spree. It helps your teammates out, but so far it has been Quiet on the better end of this P2 so far. As time winding down, they're going to need to start rotating Vibes, somehow able to win that one, and it will be the 4 dead the other direction. Huge gunfight for Ace in the back to find here. That'll maintain the spawns for his squad, but Omar has slipped a net here. He could definitely make a play in the back. You need to try and find a timing window, and it looks like he has found it. Ace caught between both angles, just not a whole lot to be done there, and it will be the break coming through for the Void. So good stuff off the opening from really both teams here. I feel like maybe a few mistakes to, you know, catch up on here, but we'll see. This is a map where I feel like a lot of times I feel like it comes down to that last P2 or that third rotation, you know, that P1 to P2 transition. So it's still early days on this one, but you want to keep it close for sure. And Omar just chilling in the hill. His teammates getting some kills, but they will get cleaned up, and that's going to be a clean 4 dead right there. Good stuff from Quiet, breaking the hill, and now they got the hard job of pushing through to try and flip the spawns for this blue area in the back here. You see FJ trying to take a route. He went through market, but he got caught in transition here. And now he's going all the way around. And I do like this route. I wish it was a little earlier here. Speaking of taking a route, though, Legacy is here trying to hit Old at the same time. But FJ, I mean, he makes the route work out there. Gets the kill, has his teammate support here. And, well, it's going to be a couple of players heading your direction. You win these last 2. This should be your hill to lose. Bergie behind the first. And now it's just going to be Summon. And Summon gets gunned there. Double up from Bergie. Should seal this hill for the Quiet Esports here. Great stuff from Bergie, but Legacy, I mean, still slipping through the net. Everybody just seems to be just sliding through these locations undetected. I'm not sure if that's just maybe some poor defense or just incredible timing coming through for both these squads, but it's been pretty back and forth because of it, and we're just about dead even heading into new here. Still 30 seconds to claim, though. This is a lot of scrap time. You don't want to give up all of it, and you see Balla not trying to do so, but he's going to get pinched here any second here. Vibed chiming in with his teammate for a couple here, and it should be Oblivion Void's hill to get this scrap on, and it's going to be interesting with some of these spawns. You really want to try and rotate toward new. You want to make sure you're not spawning out toward old, because, yeah, that's where Quiet's going to be ending up here. Legacy with an important first one, but that leaves Dot Ace in the back. Doesn't have an AR either, so he's going to get tacked out. You got to try and make this mixy, play your life as long as you can, and it's going to be short-lived, so good stuff on the break from Void here. Keeping it interesting on the P5, and we're just about dead even on this one. I want to go into an early listen with the Void here, see if they can hold this hill. Let's go into the early comms here, see how the Void are coming.
One back behind us, wait. I'm playing. Nice. Nice, then.
Top green enchantment, top green enchantment.
I'm letting hill.
Sure.
Trophy.
Ball on time, one top green.
Top dead.
2 on time, 2 on time.
2 time.
There's 3. One top green.
Playing dead.
One top green.
Top green, weak, top green. Join mid.
One
Come.
It's 3. Wait, top green. In point, just hold mid. What's up?
Back 18 for some
I'm
reason.
picking up plane.
Top red. Watch red stairs.
Two more plane. Plane right now. Pushing white wall.
Red,
Oh,
coming
what
around. White. White low.
He got me market.
Market one shot.
Make up,
I don't know
Bella.
where to
He's
look,
going
but
to
we're
the
not
one
calming what
market.
we're watching at all. I feel like it's weaker.
And you heard it in the tail end of that listen. Yeah, just maybe some dead air. A little bit too much dead air for my liking. Not enough small talk, and you can kind of hear the frustration from the Void as Quiet Esports slowly getting this lead to a comfortable margin here. I would go into a listen in with them, but I don't have them in the calls currently, so no comms from the Quiet Esports team in this first map here. Apologies. I would have loved to hear kind of the comparison of how the teams are, you know, calming, and just you can kind of hear the difference. I feel like, especially in the energy when you go into a listen-in, so no listening from them, but I mean, we're not gonna be too bothered by that. We're gonna get nice gameplay from them instead, as a 50-point gap is still here, and the rotation is on. You got everybody winning the gunfights for the pink team right here, shutting up their opponent, and now have a chance to soak. Nobody on the time yet, though, so a little bit late to try and pick that one up, and now the pinch is on. It's up to Oblivion to try and win these initial gunfights, and they've done a great job of that, finding all three, and they'll be on the time, so maybe not the best setup for Quiet there. You win all the gunfights, but you gotta get in the hill. You gotta make sure you're getting that time. And Oblivion trying to stay alive, doing what they can. Legacy with a couple of kills here from the top. Can he make it a third? And he can. Tripling up for Legacy here. And Oblivion Void right back in the thick of it. Still 30 seconds to claim, and they're gonna have the spawns for the moment. Vive gonna be blocking, and you got your teammates pushed up, spawn killing to your heart's content. So it's gonna be the gap closing here. Maybe one last push from Quiet Esports onto P2, looking to try and find a couple of, but it's Summon, and he just lines them up, knocks them down. The bowling pin's gonna be falling to the ground, and you got number 7, Bergie. He's here, but low HP, shot in the back, and he is cleaned up instantly. This has been a great resurgence from the Void. From this P2 here, they were down about 50, now cut the gap to 20, and they're set up for new here, so a great chance for them to take the lead. A nice nade, though, from Bala. We'll shut things down for the moment. You got Bergie toward mid-map, tags Omar incredibly low here. Omar will wiggle out for the moment. Dot Ace flying, but dying. Vying to survive. And it's going to be the lineup coming through, and Quiet. I mean, this is a rough situation to be in back green. You really want to try and take some routes, and it looks like they have listened to the Caster Clam on the booth here. They're going to go through some routes to market, and Bergie able to get the first one here. His teammates, you need to try and get something going on the front end, though. It can't just be the pinch play, and well, there you go. 3 falling. And we're just about even heading into P4 now. Quiet Esports, it was them with the early lead. Can you lock it back in for this P4? This is where you got a lot of time, the last hill. And we'll see if they can do it again here, but it's going to be 3 dead. And I mean, who else but FJ last alive to try and pick up the mess that is left behind, and nothing to be done about that one. It's going to be Vived, and a 10 spree from Summon to be able to pull it together here. And I really wish Summon had his streaks on, because he'd have a Hellstorm right about now. Absolutely cooking him at the moment. Double positive, 11 in a row. And I mean, you don't really see it too often, an 11 spree coming through, and the game is tied. So this has been on a knife's edge. Maybe just better teamwork from Quiet in this first map here. We'll see who ends up closing it. Omar hitting a route through toward Old. Still 30 to claim, and you need to try and find a couple of these kills. And, well, that was just honestly way too easy, if I'm being real there. I feel like Quiet had a setup, but it wasn't the best, and they immediately crumble. But you know what they say? I mean, every door is an opportunity, and they'll immediately answer back. So, I mean, I don't even know what to expect going down to the tail end. I feel like my prediction from the start of the map is probably going to come true here. This has been a very close back and forth affair the entire time. I wouldn't be even surprised if this does go to a 3rd plane hill potentially here. And we'll see if Oblivion Void can lock it in for the remainder, because they've been behind most of this game. They got the P5 set up. How long can you hold it, though, is going to be the question here. Dot Ace trying to hit the back, but it's going to be Vived for another double kill. I swear, this guy, every time you go to him, he's doubling up, able to get his team out of these hairy situations they find themselves in. And, well, maybe not this time around. He's going to get turned on. My bad, Vived. Immediate caster's curse, but it happens sometimes. Oblivion, Omar on the hill. And with that kill, should be able to take the lead here. He'll even get the second one as well. So great stuff from Oblivion. Trying to do what they can to hold this, but Bergie has something to say about it. He'll double up as well, and it's going to be the time going white now. And this Scrap time isn't necessarily not important, but you're really prioritizing P1 here. You need to try and funnel them in toward back green on the third hill, or third rotation here, I should say, to try not to flip. And with that flip coming through, it's whether or not Oblivion Void can make sure that they hold this side of the map. If you can put them in the trap here, this is an excellent spot for yourself to be in. And I mean, look at the mini-map right now. Oblivion, you got all the space to work with. Do the gunfights start to flow? You got Omar, 9 HP here, not able to survive. Vibes gets 1 and can't quite get the second, so good job getting out of this trap from Quiet, but still, decent amount of work to do. Good pinch coming through from Legacy as he's on the 3 spree, and it's going to be an incredible close. I have a feeling here. Routes coming through, and nobody blocking either. Bergie going to spawn toward blue, but he's the only one that does, so you're going to have to go absolutely massive, and not enough in the tank to do so. Time still going purple, and you could basically win it on this hill. It's going to have to be contest time coming through for Quiet down the tail end here. Vibe absolutely frying right now. Legacy pushing forward on the 5. Vibes on the 4. Looking to try and close them out here. Quiet, you've been dominant all game, and what a series it would be if it falls apart for you now. You're going to have one last push at the hill, and with that kill, you get them off the hill. You just got to go new now. You've ensured that you see the next hill, but you got to win these gunfights. It's going to come down to one wave of kills. Ace on the flank, spots the first one, but now finds himself alone in the fight. He finds the double, though. Ace. You're going absolutely massive for your squad here. Have the reload coming in, gets a third one as well, needs his teammates' support, and he's got it. They're on the way. How long can you hold, though? The purple arrows are coming, and Legacy breaks the hill with the help of his teammate here. 5 seconds left to close. They're turning, they're burning, they're getting all the kills. And it's going to be the Void taking map number 1. A very close back and forth map. It seemed like Quiet had the edge in the start, but how quickly it can turn when you don't have the P1 rotation. And it will be Oblivion taking that first map, and just a huge performance in the tail end right there to make it possible. Not wasting the 11 sprees coming through, despite, you know, no streaks from Summon. He had a map, 5,200 damage, 4,000, or almost 45 kills, I should say. Not 4,000 kills. That would be absolutely insane, but great map coming through. And my God, I mean, if that's what we're in for the rest of the series, then I am all about it, because that was incredible. Close back and forth the entire way, super mixy. No team really seemed to have like a significant edge. I feel like the biggest lead we saw was about 50, 60 points, and it quickly went downhill from there, and it will be Oblivion Void taking the first one here by a thin margin, but hey, a margin nonetheless. We'll head to raid next up here. I'm hoping to see some sniper rifle actions. We'll see if that's going to be the case. We'll be right back with that map number 2, so don't go anywhere. We'll have some more action after this. are back with map number 2 here. Raid, search and destroy underway now. It was a close affair in the first map. Oh no, controller. Come on, connect, buddy. There we go. Gotta love that. When it just, I set it on my table and the core decides to do that, but it's gonna be the first blood going, well, I'm not even sure whose way, to be honest, because I looked away grabbing my controller, so, I lied. Let me lock into this round real quick. That got me all hot and bothered. Balla now, 1v2. Summon and Omar to find, and they're gonna be wrapping toward B, and if he's quick about this, he should be able to get the info that they have wrapped through, and yeah, he's gonna spot Omar. Does Omar spot him? I believe he did. Is it gonna matter, though? Timing doesn't work out for you if your bomb's gonna go down, and back to the drawing board now. I mean, what do you do? 45 seconds, they know where he's at, and doesn't have a whole lot of space to work with. Finds Summon, though. Summon tags him incredibly low, and no trade for Omar, so still possible now for Balla. I like this route coming from Omar, but it's gonna come down to timing. Where did he go? Balla checking the wrong way, though. We'll give Omar a free bomb clear, and, well, not gonna spot him. Now just gotta go play the time. Balla already cleared through kitchen, though, so shouldn't be expecting him here, and it should be a free round for Oblivion Void. Yeah, now Omar spotted him cross yet again. It's just a round of timing. Let me tell you, it's so annoying sometimes in Search and Destroy. Balla able to get the kill. Not in time for the defuse. I respect the try, but I think he probably gets off at this point. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't matter. Too close to the bomb. You'll get taken care of, and Oblivion Void answering the call. They'll strike first here to start the raid and keep that momentum going that they built off of map 1. And I'm hoping, you know, crossing fingers, I see some sniper action. Might not happen, might happen, might not happen. You know, I'm still, I'll be happy regardless, but it would be nice to see a little bit. Just a smidge of sniper action for sure. I mean, is that too much to ask, guys? Just to see some flashy shots. Who cares if you're costing your team? First blood, though. It's got to be Omar striking first, and he... Actually, that Summon is just running it down here. I think Balla knows where he's at. The timing, is it going to work in your favor? And no, it's going to be Summon with the second. Now Legacy has a couple of players toward bedroom, and they're going to push the aggression to the max here. Ace caught in the corner. Is going to get cleaned up, and FJ, I mean, good luck. 1v4. First one's going to drop, but not enough to be done in the overwhelming numbers disadvantage there. Oblivion Void picking up again where they left off in the first here. Just running it down. Sometimes that's all it takes in Search and Destroy. You just run it down, you win the gunfights, you're feeling confident, and if they can't stop you, you just keep doing it, so. We'll see how the adjustment looks like now in Quiet. You've seen both looks on the offense and the defense. How are you going to pivot here? Oblivion Void, so far it has been Summon and Omar, the duo, running around the map together, getting it done. Will that trend continue? You got Omar pushing up aggressively here. FJ trying to get some shots in. He's got to be careful, though. Balla is there for the cover fire. FJ still has another player he has to deal with. Balla low HP here, and it's going to be number 8, Ace, for the trade into kitchen, so... Numbers still on your side if you are Quiet Esports here. And I forgot to change Codcaster again, but it's Summoned with a double on the outer ring. Can't make it a third, but he makes it way more manageable. And there was the sniper I was talking about. I wanted to see. Vibe is going to have it. 1v1. He'll collect the bomb and has no idea where Ace went. So I think that's preventing him from planting the bomb yet. Little does he know, Ace across the map. It looks like Vibe did spot him. I think they spotted each other, though. Oh, and I love this route from Vibe. High IQ stuff coming through. Knows he's going to go through red to try and check the bomb, and, well, he's not going to be there. He's already planting the other site. Vibe not on the board yet. This is going to be a big kill. There's a high IQ play there. Can he make the gunny work as well as the brains... The neurons activating, firing. 5, checking the bomb. I think that's done maybe a little off the mark, but that should allow Ace to know it kind of where he's playing from, but Still, it's going to come down to timing, and you're running out of it here. 18 on the clock. You got to get a move on. Ace, if you're going to make this a reality here, Vibe just play in the creddy corner. Doesn't need to do anything but check the bomb here, and that is all he is going to do. Smartly played. Another one on the board for Void. Just clutching up when it matters. 3 straight. Great stuff coming through early on for Oblivion. Not to make the lame pun or anything, but it's awfully quiet over there for Bala and co. We'll see if FJ can get involved. I feel like it's been just clutch situations, though. You've only lost a couple of 1v1s. You know, those goes a different way. It's, 2-1 right now for quiet, so nothing too crazy happening so far. FJ, so many bullets, and he was tracking was amazing there, honestly. Just not able to shoot through that wall deep enough. Bala reveals his position a little early, but it's still a 2v4, and you got one trapped toward Tiki. The trade comes through. No, it doesn't. How are we getting that kill? Oh my god, what is this guy, a wizard? It's Harry Potter in the 1v2. So I gotta collect myself. That was insane. He gets all 4. Why not? Just give him the ace. Vibed all 4 snipes, I believe, in that round, just picking you apart. Waving his wand around with the boomstick. And just when you think it's gonna be quiet, we're coming out with a round, Vibe just absolutely obliterates you. Quick scoping everybody. And I wanted to see the sniper. There it was. That is how you put the boomstick to good use. My god. 4-0. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was disgusting. I don't know if you're gonna come back from that. That is one of those rounds that could just be the dagger, the ice right there. I mean, that was one for quiet. You probably gotta convert, but I mean, it's just a standout individual play from Vive. Getting it done right there. That's really gotta test your mental here. And it's gonna be another one. Why do I even go off this guy? Let's just stay on the Vive cam for a little bit here, to be honest. Let's see what he's able to cook up here toward mid. Oh, boo. Pull the sniper back out. I want to see more flashy stuff. Come on. Come on, do it. Do it real quick. For me. Just for me. Oh, boo. Whatever. 2v3, or 2v4 now. Not a whole lot to be done. FJ does get 1. Ace gets the second one, though, but Vibes, the man of the hour, is still alive. Spotted the cross. They'll relay that to his team, and now, Ace, what do you do in this situation? Not a lot of options, not a lot of time, and really, at this point, you're just surrounded. Hands up. 5-0. My god. Started with my controller disconnecting, and it might just end with a hot 6-0 here with the enemy disconnecting. Jesus. Clean stuff from Oblivion, and I don't know, yet quiet just... I said the pun before, I won't say it again, just need to show up. Need to get something going. It's a 7 spree from Vibe. Should have that Hellstorm missile locked in, and he does, so... might as well use it now. Get this round, or get this map over with, really. We'll see if he's able to find the first blood off the mark. It's a surprising miss coming through. But you got Omar and crew already up in your grill, and it's gonna be the first one dropping, fried, filleted, skimmed. I don't even know. Insert more gamer chef terms here. It is a 2v2 though, the traits come back, so still not over. It would be nice to at least get a round on the board if you're quiet here, but it might not happen. You got 4 Omar right behind you, and that timing horrible. You don't clear the corner, and that leaves Ace in another clutch situation for the map here. For your pride, for your sanity, really. Can you find this round? Timing, not gonna work out. They're gonna be double challing as well. Vibed off the mark with the first one, but he pulls out the backup weapon. He'll get it done. A couple of missed snipes that round, but doesn't matter. It is all Oblivion sending quiet into the void. A very fast raid SND. And this might just be a fast series. We'll see. That is a lot of momentum to carry with you into map number 3 here. And we'll see if Quiet has any sort of response, because I feel like if you're looking for a response, that was it. That was the map to do it. And it was just a good team effort, I feel like, across the board. Good stuff from Vibe, Omar, and, you know, early on, Summon and Omar just running around the map together, just doing their thing, causing havoc. And, I mean, just no real response. It felt like, you know, a couple clutches didn't go your way, but other rounds were pretty clean. So even if those clutches go your way, it still would have been an incredibly one-sided affair, I do believe. And we're going to head to Den Overload, man. And, you know, the respawn was a lot closer in the hard point. And for your sake, for Quiet's Esports' sake, you're going to hope it's going to be a better look for them here if they're going to try and complete the reverse sweep. But, you know, don't count chickens before... I said kitchens. Don't count chickens before they hatch. Say that 5 times fast. That's actually a tongue twister, unintentional or not. But we're going to send it to a break. We'll be right back with... well, actually, no. JK, they are starting instantly. Wow, these guys want it more. We'll kick it to the game here in a second, but yeah, just a rough map to definitely overcome there if you are Quiet. And if you can come back from that, I mean, you can come back in this series. So it's going to have to start here, one map at a time. Overload, definitely probably a little bit easier to play than maybe that search was if you are Quiet, and we'll see if they can step up to the plate. I'm expecting some fireworks since the map 1 was incredibly close as well, but you never know. Oblivion might have just hit a new gear. And we might go back to the game. Apologies, guys. I am, my brain's kind of fried. Scrambled today. It's scrambled egg up there. Route coming in through from Legacy off the rip, and it's 2 ships in the night. Bergie and crew, they're going to push through. They're going to find a free kill here on this player into Broken, and well, they tried to go for the execute, but on the other side, it's going to be Legacy doing the exact same thing. No drone control for either team, and it's just pop shots taken in the back for both of these guys, so. Typical Den stuff. Feel like routes hit. Not a whole lot to be done. Good one from Bergie there. He gets 1, but will get cleaned up. And you have number 4 behind you. Gonna be pinching any second, but it's probably not required. Wow, what a double up for the pistol there. Good shots from Ace with the Jaeger to extend that play longer than it probably should have, and forces the team kill. So great stuff from Quiet off the opening break here. Not enough to really get a score yet, but they've been pretty close. Pushed up all the way toward couches, and that clean wipe might just be enough for Oblivion to get out of their spawn successfully and potentially get a score as well. I mean, they've fanned out the map. Nobody grabbing the device yet. They're waiting for somebody off the spawn to do that. You have some control here. Omar behind 1. If you get this kill, you can go for the spawn traps, and there it is, but still no device control. FJ behind you, and he's going to shut down the runner, so that's what happens when you leave the device behind sometimes. You play too hard for kills, you leave your head behind as well. Wow, Vibe gets absolutely ripped there. Good route from FJ, and maybe some, yeah, overshelling from Void. I feel like I see that all the time in Overload, especially from, you know, maybe not like the best teams in the world. I feel like they just don't prioritize the objective as much as you probably should. They play for kills, and I mean, you do got to play for kills, but there is a line. Still scoreless after 2 minutes here. I'm curious what the comms are going to be sounding like. I believe I still only have the Oblivion Void, so let's go into early listening with them.
Alright, last one's up, Doja. Chang mid.
He's a bullet server. There's three
server. One's you right now, telling you.
Oh my god, you're dead as shit, but hold it for as long as you can.
I just played my live. See, try to get you guys a respawn. 2 window, 2 top window.
1 couches, outside left couches.
What is that?
They're going to be, they're going to be fast.
They're gonna be.
1 couches fast.
They're already up.
Couches dead, couches dead.
Get on!
This one.
I'm gonna just push out.
Wait, I'm gonna spot up and go B. If you have to grab it, just fake it.
Dojo. There's 3. 2 more there. Hit it out. 1 was outer. Nice, hit it out.
One you laying down behind you.
I'm up B. I'm literally on B.
Server, I can't go that way, Omar.
Yeah, you can't go.
Server. Wait, two server. Okay, they're all going Dojo. They're all attacking.
Oh my god, you're bad.
Nice.
Get on!
Swampy 2.
I need server.
They're spawning Dojo side. They're spawning Dojo and Dragon. 1 server and not kill him, brother. Server dead.
Back patio. Last one patio. One patio now.
Come in.
Yep.
No, I missed the door.
This guy missed the door. This guy's a drone.
He missed the door indeed, and that is a tough one, but I mean, hey, you got the score on the board, but it might be the counter cap coming in through. You got 3 players in your spawn, but they forgot the drone to escort this guy. You got into their base, but nice pinch coming through. Legacy gets the drone carrier, but you still got Omar to deal with, and he's going to get cleaned up. Summon finds the last player just before that one's going to go through. Close, but no cigar for Quiet there. That was the best look that they've had so far, and it's just been good defense from Void. Great comms that we heard in the listening there as well. I really wish I could hear the comparison, to be honest. I wish they were both in the calls, but it is what it is. We're only going to get one for this series, so... Summon with the double, though, pushing up the map here. Legacy toward outer. Summon with the triple on the 5 spree. Make it 6. He gets all 4 of them. Legacy with the dunk. And this guy still hasn't switched to a Hellstorm. I'm a little bit pissed off now. But it doesn't matter if you're going to be shooting like that. Oblivion Void with the second one in the half. And the way things have gone so far, you feel like Oblivion would have more of a lead than they do. But it's not all about the slays. It's about how you play the objective here. Omar, speaking of the objective, going to wrap it on out. And, well, they've baited all of Quiet Esports all the way out here. You got Legacy and Vive watching the OE, and they're just filtering through. Look at where the drone's at. You're all the way up toward A already. One more gunfight, and this is going to be a guaranteed third one. You're going to drop. Summon's going to drop. So, thankfully, if you're Quiet Esports, you're going to be able to survive this half with just a 2-score deficit. But I feel like a lot of work to be done for sure going into the second half. I mean, you're only down 2, so it's not the end of the world, but you need to try and find some more kills, really. Just getting outslayed at the moment. And this play from Summon, we saw it on the cast, was disgusting. He gets all 4 here. First 2 for free, third one's the cleanup, fourth one off of spawn, and that leads to the second score coming through for Oblivion. And now it's their series to lose. Only up 2. But Quiet, they need to try and find something. FJ having a pretty poor map. Looking at him to turn it up at 6 and 16. You're gonna need this guy for sure. It's gonna be a triple stack on the 10 side. Balla toward mid, but he's gonna need some help here eventually. Yeah, 2 are gonna fall. FJ and crew not in a position to help, and that should be 3 dead. FJ does get 1, but might get traded here in a moment. Wow, nice win from FJ. Low HP, doesn't matter. Plays the corner perfectly. The route from Omar has been read as well, so good stuff from Quiet Esports off the opening break here, but it might not be enough. Still, Oblivion winning gunfights mid-map, and that'll be the 3 dead. Summon grabs the device, and nobody going to be home on B. He's going to have a couple of arrows to contend with. Spawns are going to get a little weird here. You got 1 all the way in the back, and he gets the first. Can you slide in? You do. 2 players, 3 players there, and still no one pushes up to try and defend that. That should have been a guaranteed defend. And, oh, Quiet Esports, you let that slip through your fingertips there. Could have been another clutch defend, and that's going to lead to the second one as well in this half. And they're even playing the reset delay. They know they're not in position to defend. And you see this all the time. Better teams do this when they don't exactly have control of the reset. And that'll be 4-0 now. And this is beginning to look like the end. Can Quiet answer the call here? They're on the reset. You need to find a kill on the side door here. Balla not able to get away with his life, and Legacy having a Legacy map right now. 30 and 13, taking over in the slaying department. Doing whatever he wants on the map. Him and Summon combining on it for a lot of the slaying for Void, and it's kind of been like that the entire series, really. Summon even going to wrap the drone out. You got nobody in position. Everybody committing to the right side of the map. If you're Quiet, that leaves left side completely open. You do have Balla here, and he should be able to shut down the straggler. But on the flip side, I mean, if Balla goes straight in, nobody there for A yet, but he's the only one pushed up the map, so he's going to have to wait for a moment. Or some teammates. Taking some routes here. Forcing some arrows to turn, but doesn't really matter if you're not winning the gunfights. You can make all the cute routes you want. Unless you slip through the entire net. You might be able to do it here, though. It's just Legacy. Left last alive. The drone doesn't reset in time. It doesn't. This should be the first one on the board finally here for Quiet, and it will be. So, better late than never. You still have 2.5 minutes to work with. It's not over till the fat lady sings, but I can kind of hear her warming up in the back, so they need to get a move on. Vived on the defense now, has a bunch of players in front of him he's going to have to contend with. First one's going to drop. Got Ace on the pinch, looking to try and find another one here, but he's going to get cleaned up as well. And that leaves Bergie in an awkward situation. He does have one teammate, but it might not be enough, or will it be? What a route coming through. And that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about right there. You need to win at least one gunfight to slip through, and, well, a great route coming through. Slow on the defend for Void. And that's going to be 2 quick ones here. Still possible. You still have enough momentum to pull this one off. And this is going to be a 3rd one here unless you get the nades and stuns to roll through. And that's 3 straight caps coming through. Oblivion Void outslaying their opponent, getting outplayed at the moment. That is 3 straight kills, or straight caps off of those kills, and it might just be 4 here. You got a couple more in front of you. Summon trying to defend, and he will get the double kill, and the 3rd as well. Turn and burn. You got FJ here, tagged in the back, should fall in a moment, and thanks to Summon, you avoid the 4th one, but that got incredibly close. What a run from Quiet Esports there. Will it be for naught, though? You got Void in your base right now. You got to try and find a couple of kills here. Summon running the drone. You got Vi pushed through already. Going for the spawn kills. Gets the 1st. Is it enough for the 2nd? Doesn't matter. The path is cleared. Summon puts in another one, and that is an important cap to get. You felt like it was starting to spin out of control for Void, and they lock it back in. They get that 2-score separation, and with less than a minute to play, this is going to be huge now. One more score. This should be the dagger if you're able to find it. With that 3 dead, though, it's going to be quiet now with an opportunity. You need to get these kills. You cannot afford to lose this conversion here, or you're just not going to have enough time to be able to get the 2nd one on the reset here. Bergie gets the 2nd trade coming through, and the 3rd as well. Pistols out. Not enough for the 4th. And Drone's still in the middle of no man's land. You're going to have to try and wrap this. I feel like everybody's here for Oblivion, and that's going to be another 3 dead. Yeah, just no chance to grab it. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, this would take a miracle at this point for Quiet to pull this one off. You do technically have OT, but is it going to be enough? You don't really have enough time to even score this one. They get the 4 dead, but I don't think you have enough time to get the reset anyway. So that should just about do it here. Oblivion Void almost crumbled under the pressure there. They will clutch up in a huge map from Legacy. In the end, 42 and 25 will get it done. It will be the 3-0 in the end, so crazy map, not gonna lie. I really thought it was over after that 4-0 with only a few minutes left, but I mean, Quiet, I mean, to their credit, they started to come back. They started to clutch up, but it just wasn't enough. You were in too deep of a deficit and just not enough time to get yourself out of it. Oblivion Void. I'm not sure if that's their first. I don't know if anybody in chat knows the standings or not. I feel like the website's a little messed up right now. I believe that is their first win. I do believe this is week 2. I'm not sure if they played week 1 or not. I'm a little confused on the standings, but I'm just going to take that as their first win to start off the season here. And a dominant one at that. I mean, 3-0, you couldn't really ask for much better. I feel like, you know, Legacy and Summon had maps in the respawns. You know, it was great to see. And, you know, vibed in the Search and Destroy with that sniper, man. Just a pleasure to watch. And, you know, if you're Quiet, you showed out in the respawns, but yeah, the raid S&D, that's some VOD you're going to have to go back and look at for sure, 100%, because that was ugly. And, you know, even despite the clutches, you weren't able to win, just convincing other rounds that you can definitely try and look back at and adjust your strats. But we'll take one last look at how this series played out, and it was all Oblivion sending Quiet Esports into the void tonight to get eaten by the Abyss. 3-0, no need for the extra maps. And a pleasure to cast this one as well. Appreciate y'all for coming out in the chat. That is going to do it for me tonight. I am trying to remember if I even have a match tomorrow that I can promote. I don't think I do as of right now, but if you guys need a caster, let me know. Hit me up. I'm always looking to try and get some matches in. And it was always fun hanging out with y'all. So until next time, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later.
Every day they clocking me, red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no choke, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, masses, casualties. Shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened late in December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, is them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bomb money, we doing this shit for free. If he told her that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the street, we play for keys. 2011. August 11th, RIPOD, August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45, I'm like, what the fuck that mean?
You fighting an armed robbery, shorty, that's what they offer.
My little brother getting big, my uncle got that cough again. He been smoking crack since I was born, that one was smoking him. I used to stay up late at granny crib just to talk to him. When I was locked up, I knocked on his door and told him walk with him. Back to this shit, social started rapping, now the war going viral. boy, this bitch cracking. Boy, they ass backing. Hit they block twice, a lot of boom and no damage. His mom will pop out like, oh goddamn, what happened? This the type of shit happen, the life of a sad. You ain't right to get left, you slipped up, you ain't had, not your blood.